Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Matlock Farm Park. And yes, I'm back here again to record the Peak District Highland Games, which has been organised by Man Beast Strongman Events. Now, unfortunately, the weather is not looking too good, as rain is forecast, and it is very windy here at the moment. But anyway, let me hand you over to Mr Andy Picken of Man Beast Strongman Events, who is going to tell us what we can expect from today's show.
Right, welcome to Matlock Farm Park for the Peak District Highland Games 2023. We've got an excellent athlete roster, athletes coming from the length and breadth of England as well. So we've got 6 brutal tests of strength, configured this through Man Beast Production Events. That's Andy Picken, myself and Mark Anglesey. We start off with the log press, that's 50 kilos for the women for reps. This bar here lifted above your head as many times as possible. 120 kilo log for the men. Then we move on to the 8 Tonne Tractor Pull. The women do pull that as well. That's the fastest time, over 20 metres. The famous caber toss, which is the Highland Games. That's where it's rotated in the air. Again, there's 3 goes of that. Longest distance is recorded for the points. Then we go into the Stone of Destiny, which is a 170 kilo stone, run for distance, picked up for as long as you can. Into the stone throw, again a distance event, so the longest distance of 3 throws, and then moving into the Peak District Dinnie Stone, one of the signature events to finish the competition, where they lift over 350 kilograms of natural stone up in their hands and hold it for as long as possible. Once we've done that event, we will then be in a position to announce a winner. So absolutely fantastic day planned out. The show gets bigger and bigger each year, and the crowd are in for an absolute treat.
Well, thank you, Andy. Looks like we are in for an exciting day of strength. And it now sounds like the City of Manchester Pipe Band are ready to bring the athletes out and parade them around the ring, and then the opening ceremony can begin. And here we have the Matlock Farm mascot, Mr Doodle Do, who's going to lead the athletes out.
So just whilst the athletes walk round, and remember, I want you to give them a big round of applause as they walk in. Just a couple of shout outs to the sponsors here. The Peak Edge Hotel will be sponsoring the log press. That is the first event. That's the Peak Edge Hotel, Red Lion Restaurant. That's a 4-star boutique property. They've been sponsoring the event as well. Luxury and style there. Thank you very much, Peak Edge Hotel. The Bradfield Brewery 8 Tonne Tractor Pull. Yes, that's right, crowd. That will be an 8 tonne tractor pulled for time on one of the events as well. That'll be the men and the women doing that as well. Always a popular event. That's sponsored by Bradfield Brewery. They're also based at the front there. 100,000 pints of beer a week they produce there, so great to have them on board. The old original Bakewell Pudding Shop, Caber Toss. Every time I read these sponsors out for the events, it gets longer and longer. I dread it every time, but it's great to have the old original Bakewell Pudding Shop on as well. Famous and created in the 1800s as well, and still going strong now. Famous for the strawberry tart topped with almond custard, making me hungry right now. Visit Peak District and Derbyshire Great Stone Throw. That's the tourism board as well here. They are sponsoring this event as well, and they are the official tourism board, really pulling in the crowds to this fantastic area of England in the Peak District as well. So thank you very much for sponsoring that event. We've also got the Camping and Caravan Club Stone of Destiny, another long title there. That's the 5th event there when we're looking at that. They have fantastic sites all over the country. Do go on the website there. They have glamping opportunities and landscapes, campsites all the way around the UK, some great spots as well. So thank you very much to the Camping and Caravanning Club. And then lastly, the Dinnie Stone signature event as well, the Great British Car Journey Dinnie Stone Challenge. They've got some vehicles over there as well, 200 cars and over 30 British car marquees. Visitors are guided through a museum there, so do check that out if you've not been. And you can even drive over 35 of the classics through Drive Dad's car. Take a trip down memory lane there. So I have just timed that right. I don't know how I managed to time that right, but that's the sponsors of today's Peak District Highland Games. I'll now shut up while you can enjoy the bagpipe band, but big round of applause for all the athletes.
It's a great honour here to be here at Matlock Farm Park once again on a glorious day as the sun comes out, on a glorious day here in Matlock in the wonderful county of Derbyshire. As has just been said, I chair the local tourist board. It's called Visit Peak District in Derbyshire, but it's not just about the Peak District, it's about Derbyshire and everything that we've got around and about the place. We've got wonderful houses from Chatsworth to Sudbury to Hardwick, all sorts of houses around the place. We've got wonderful walks if you're into walking. So Monsall Head, Biggerdale, Dovedale, etc., and fantastic scenery. You've seen it here as you've all driven here to this wonderful place at Matlock Farm Park. But we've also got some wonderful caves and other attractions. So if you haven't been to the Heights of Abraham and been on the cable car, which is only about 20 minutes away, if you haven't been to the caves at Buxton, Pool's Cavern, Treecliff Cavern, if you haven't been to all these wonderful places, if you are just visiting for the day, do come again and take part of our hospitality and accommodation in our wonderful county. But today we're going to see a lot of strength and athleticism and wonderful competition here today. But you've got all the animals as well around the farm park to see, and the other exhibitions that you see. But I'd just like to thank the sponsors who have sponsored this whole event today, and also to the team here at Matlock Farm Park. Round of applause for them to put it all on. And that's to Alan and everyone and all his staff here at the park. But what you don't know is that they also won Visitor of Attraction of the Year in our awards in March. So another round of applause for them. Let's hope they can win it again. It gives me a great honour to open the show today. Open it now. Hey, well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much there, Richard. You'll have to bear with us with some of the sound problems here. We've had some rain this morning, so we've just changed the connections over, a little bit of an echo there. So first of all, can I just ask all the athletes here to come into the arena? I want to give a big round of applause for all the athletes to line up, and I will introduce them all and their profiles, who they are as well. So that's all the athletes today. Chris Palmer, please, to walk out in front of the log. Big round of applause there for Chris. This is for the benefit of the crowd, so you know who's who. You can back your favourite. So first place at Doncaster's Strongest Man, second place at Hull's Strongest Opens as well, Eddie Wilson. So Northern under 120 kilo winner, Spartan Strongest 2021 as well. So big round of applause there for Eddie Wilson. Thank you, crowd. We do love all your support. Fantastic here. So next up we have from Lincoln, Terry Harrison, please. Big round of applause for Terry, stands 6'7" as well. He won the truck pull down at Lincolnshire as well. And he's got some titles to his name, so it's great to have Terry here. And next up we have Mark Thompson. Big round of applause here for Mark. I'm going to say he's a bit of a legend now. He's competed at these games, so people that have been coming here over the last few years will recognise Mark. He's been on many photos. We call the poster boy here. And a new one here. I want a big round of applause. This is a new competitor, the under 105 kilogram UK Strongest Man champ, Andrew Lumley. His first appearance today, so just as Mark comes into the arena, some of the guys have had a bit of a practice today, so there's some newbies. Some of the events are new to the guys with me. So next up, Dave Johnson from Lincoln. Who recognises Dave, who's been here the last few years? You cannot miss that hairstyle. Does tons for charity as well, organises competitions himself. Great to see Dave. Of course, Matt Pearson competed last year as well, under 105 competitor. Great to have Matt back down here again. So here, so I got on my phone. Big round of applause here for John. Featured on BBC Radio Derby as well with Emma Wilson. Both did a grand sterling job there on the radio, tossing cabers in front of the commentators and hosts there. So that's absolutely fantastic. So Mark Stevenson, big round of applause for Mark Stevenson. Won Rotherham Highland Games there last year. Was actually a fan down here as well a couple of years ago. Got involved in strongman himself, so fan turned competitor, so it's always great to see Mark Stevenson about. And we have Miroslav Polodek here, Hull's Strongest Man twice there. I'm going to call him Miro, be easier for me to pronounce. A fantastic competitor, smiliest competitor that I've seen about. Absolutely great to have him here as well. And standing in as well, we have some replacements here. We have Joe Bromley, 4 times Liverpool's Strongest Man, Joe competed 2 years ago as well, so he is au fait with some of the events. Great to have Joe back in the lineup as well. Qualified for England's strongest man as well last year, that's why he couldn't make it. Oh, next up, travelling a long way here as well from down south, Matt Cole, former 3 times UK's under 105 champ, holds a world record over in the Farmers and the second longest time in the Peak District Dinnie Stones as well, so it's great to have Matt here as well, travelling up. And another one is Matt Jackson, Peterborough's strongest man 2023 as well. Big round of applause for Matt now. Matt's competed here 2 or 3 times as well. He's also competed at Rother and Highland Games, so again an experienced competitor with all the events, so it's great to have him here. And we also have Sean Blaise. Big round of applause please for Sean. A familiar face here at Matlock Farm Park, came second last year as well, so it's absolutely brilliant to have Sean there, and I think that is all the male competitors. I'm just looking over there and making sure that I haven't missed anybody on my list, so now we'll introduce the women. So can we have a big round of applause please for her first appearance here at Matlock Farm Park, Libby Smith! We have to say that the women's category has been absolutely fantastic since we introduced it a few years ago here. It's great to have these athletes here, absolutely brilliant. And next up, a new athlete for the women's category is Laura Hollywood. Big round of applause here for Laura. So second UK Natural Strong Woman 2023. Bit of profile on Libby, who just came out first for the England's Strongest Pro Show as well. So that's 2 athletes out on there. Can I have a big round of applause here for Kim Howells as well? Kim coming from over Lincolnshire now. When we're talking short notice athlete appearance, last year Kim came to watch and then found out she was competing. It was thrown in, so that's short notice. She had about an hour. She has been given some more notice this time, so it's great to see her. And next up, big round of applause, fantastic competitor Emma Wilson here. One of the lightest competitors. Did fantastic and won the Dinnie Stone hold in the women's category last year. Had a fantastic competition, 14th strongest under 64 kilo in the world. Completed it internationally as well. Ultimate Strongman World 2nd place. So real good calibre of athletes. And the champion from last year. Big round of applause here for Michaela Pearson. Will's 5th Brits under 82 kilo took the title last year as well in the women's category, so she is here defending. I believe we've got all the women sorted there, and I just want to give a big round of applause for everybody. Yes, we know you're one of our best crowds at our shows. We love the way you get behind the competitors. It's absolutely fantastic. Couple of announcements before the first event as well. With some of the officials, we've got guest appearance Scott Mark Litchfield, where are you, Scott? Face of the posters as well. You go out as well, Scott. Big round of applause. He's won this competition twice. He's here as official scorer and referee and all sorts. Actually, he's actually part of the crew, but he's our special guest, so big round of applause. Rich Hansen, another special guest we've invited. Rich doesn't compete in strongman anymore, but he's competed in our shows over the years and competed at this event as well, so no better crew there to make sure that all the athletes keep on point. We've got scorer Morgan Anglesey over here, we've got Stacey Parry as well, who'll be doing the media. Harry Flint over there, he's helping out as well. Andy Bainbridge has been helping out, so there's a real back crew getting this together. And of course, big round of applause here for Mark Anglesey, the creator of the event today, 2 times Guinness World Record holder as well, shying away. Done a fantastic job, was here setting up yesterday as well. So, here is the order of events. We're going with the log press first, and we'll be starting off with the women. I believe we've got a running order, so you'll just have a 30-second break. We're going to actually just let the guys just warm up on the log, just for a minute or so. So big round of applause for everybody. We're just going to stretch with the log. It will take 1 minute. Just make sure the guys are warmed up, and we'll be starting off with the women. So the women's log, while I let them do that, weighs in around about 52 kilo. This is done for reps. It's lifted above the head for as many times as possible. Now the big log for the men weighs about 120 kilos, and some of the Matlock Farm Park staff will be carrying that log in as well.
Well, sadly, that is the end of part 1, but please stop by for part 2 when the real competition begins.